This conference was an opportunity to bring together the teachers that are impacting the youth across Algeria, and we really wanted them to build teamwork, a sense of working together and sharing ideas, as well as taking workshops with local experts and native speakers of English to give them some active teaching techniques.
So seeing these three groups of teachers together working and exchanging best practices is really a way that Algeria's strength is going to grow in the field of education, particularly in English language instruction, because we know that this is where Algeria wants to go. Algerian youth are hungry for English, and we're happy to be able to contribute in no small part by doing these types of activities.
The goal of all of these projects is to increase the level of English accomplishment for young people in Algeria. The Access Project targets at-risk youth and provides them intensive English instruction, at the same time giving them a guide for their future, giving them access to scholarships, career education.
Welcome everybody. Are we ready for the first day of workshops?
Think outside the box. What does it mean?
Be creative.
Yeah, think differently.
Me, it is my first experience in teaching. I've been teaching only for a month and I had so many questions. I think that I've been nagging on all the teachers, Jenny and Aziza and Leah's. I would just, come on, I need this, I need to know, I need to know.
The theme of my workshop was about slang, idioms, cliches, and puns. And we talked about the uses of slang and why it's important in today's English.
She gave us items, and we had to try to guess, the meaning of this item and how to use it in daily life.
And one of the things that I did was I wrote the idioms on the board, and they acted it out. Then the other teachers watched and had to guess what did those idioms mean from the dialogues that they had performed in front of everyone.
This was a good activity because all the students are going to work. No one is going to rely on the other because everyone has got his own task. It's got everything class needs, and you can also implement a grammar lesson, maybe new vocabulary or puns, just like Jenny said.
It was so fun, we almost didn't feel the pressure and the intensity of the work. So we did a lot in a very short period, but it was a real pleasure because, well, it didn't feel like working or studying. We're just doing interesting things, fun things with fun people, interesting people.
The man needs to throw the ball at somebody else, and then he needs to call the name. If you don't know the name, ask for the name. Alright? Are we ready?
Okay, what's your name?
Alright,
okay. There you go.
At the beginning, I thought, so what is this? So we are among adults, but then I thought that we as teachers, we need to experience that so that we can know and enjoy the fun, so that we can understand why we need to reenact it in class, so that we know that when we are going to do it and the first time our students are going to look, oh my God, what is she doing? So no, I know what I'm doing, so just do as I'm saying and you will have fun. And I've been having lots of fun.
I was really happy to see the teachers interact in the workshops. We organized workshops to cover a variety of topics on active teaching. And I was happy to see the teachers coming in with a high level of knowledge about working with groups and the value of that in classrooms. And to see that they were really open to some practical techniques for doing that in their own classrooms.
It was about theatrical performances and how to integrate acting in a class. English is a second language.
It's really important because it involves different types of learners. The kinesthetic learner, the tactile learner, because the students get to use different skills. They get to touch things, to see things, to hear things, to act out things. It involves lots of movement. That's why it's important to do drama in the classroom.
When they defend ideas, it's like, I have a message to convey, they have to get my point. So my sentences have to be perfect.
I loved the workshop by Mohamed Abdelaziz, the technology using Google Classroom, because I wasn't really good at managing that kind of class, and I was missing a few tips, so he helped a lot and he just gave me the whole thing, the whole package, so I'm really grateful for him.
It's like bring in that fun touch into maybe things that I do that maybe are less fun than what I saw, these last days. Which doesn't necessarily mean my lessons are boring.
Sometimes you have shy students, the weakest students, they don't speak, they don't participate, and we learned how to get involved, with the group work or work in pairs.
We really wanted to give teachers the tools to make their classrooms active places that students look forward to coming to, and where students can really hear and develop their own voices.
And I really appreciated the energy. The best thing about workshops is the energy that people come with. It's like boost you up for a couple of years. That's the best thing I love about it.
Well, I think that this workshop has changed, the minds of different teachers since they learned, new things, and I'm sure that they're going to implement all those activities inside the classroom.
Just maybe combining multiple activities. I'm going to integrate the ideas, and I love the ideas of bringing in old shows. Well, very interesting ones.
I think we'll be happy to see the impact of that as they go back into their classrooms and they implement these techniques, that their students should be doing a lot more talking when they're actually in their classrooms.
The teachers really interacting. I felt like they not only enjoyed the workshops themselves, but meeting all the other teachers. I saw people exchanging a lot of ideas, talking about their schools and what they did in their schools.
We're excited to start again today to see the work that you're doing, because that's what this is all about.
It was very important to us to give those schools the opportunity to show off what they're doing already. They're doing an amazing amount of work and some really nice teaching.
That was really helpful. We had during all the period of the seminar that wonderful opportunity of networking. That was an eye-opening experience. That was also an opportunity to think of concepts jointly with other schools. And I think the event this morning is definitely the beginning of something, just like a network of schools working together.
It was good because we were turning around and check other schools and learn about other schools that I have never heard about. It was the first time for me, and that was very interesting. Even with schools, we share a lot of things, about the methods, about how do they do this, and that was great.
I have learned from the others. I have learned a lot. I have learned the activities they've been doing with the classes, how activities are fun, and also how they make students comfortable.
A real goal of the conference was to let them share those ideas and build relationships in between the schools.
It's a real pleasure to have seen this fabulous workshop come together. Of course, we also had our regional English language officer who came to visit us. She came from Rabat to also share some of her experience. Her name is Rebecca Smoke.
It was like, you see what the others are doing, and while they're speaking, you're thinking at the same time of everything you could do, back home in your own school with your own students, adapting the others' ideas.
I saw a lot of exchanging of emails and phone numbers and, movies and videos and books that they all had on their computers, and so it was I think everyone was happy. I think they enjoyed it. I think we're all tired because we all worked hard and we didn't get a lot of rest, but I think everyone will be very satisfied.
Well, first experience with World Learning, really happy, looking forward to experiencing more with you guys.
So the Embassy is really pleased that the Access program is growing. We're also pleased to see the Plus program add on to it, and of course the Career Development Centers, which we helped start in the early days of our interactions here with universities, has also been a great success. We thank World Learning for helping us put it together on the logistics and also on the content. And finally, we want to thank the sponsor, Anadarko, for helping also put together some of their members who could also participate from the Career Development Center.